And right now, Sage is 1-0 from a fairly good cannon rush. But this is another brand new map we're seeing, Core City coming up.
That is true, and I'm not sure on the spawn positions of this map, so I'm guessing it's all positions available because they all
It looks
look
like a
fairly far. It does indeed. So yeah, we have seen them spawn close positions. This is going to be interesting. What?
Oh, that's horrible. I mean, look how close these bases are. You see the main ramp of the Protoss there. We'll scroll down and we see the main ramp of the Zerg there, and the ability to...
This map reminds me a lot of, minus the middle bit, a lot of Metropolis.
Yeah, Metropolis, exactly what I was about to say. But we do have a slight difference where your natural is part of your main. That's an interesting addition to the Blizzard map pool right now. I haven't
seen this really outside of team maps for a long time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a new thing. I mean, right now, for example, the Protoss isn't risking anything because he can defend his main ramp, again, with the kind of similar Forge cannon pylon, but he's got the advantage of using a ramp there as well, and he's able to expand probably just that little bit earlier. I mean, I've got to admit, it's probably very, very, very safe to go Nexus first on this map 100% of the time.
That is true, but it's a quite interesting thing I would like to point out is the third base is covered by a destructible rock, and the fourth base is covered by a collapsible rock tower. So your opponent can easily destroy that collapsible rock tower and do some serious damage to your base if you choose to expand there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have to either clear the rocks out yourself, or you have to stop your opponent hitting them, because the rocks, when they fall, do 400 damage. And that is a lot of damage, considering a hatchery only has 1500 health. So you're losing a third of your hatchery, for example, if that does happen. I suspect Blizzard will hopefully force this map to cross spawns, because it does look like a very interesting map. You have one Xel'Naga control tower in the middle that lets you control the entire middle of the map, and not to mention the smoke vents as well, which add an interesting twist to the kind of map pool at the moment. So hopefully Blizzard will force cross spawns and then just allow the kind of differences in the map a lot of opportunities for enemy. But we do see 6 Zerglings making their way across because of these close positions. Sage is being forced now to...
He's completely walled off, and this was a bit difficult because this ramp is a bit bigger, but normal Forge Fast expand timing was enough. He's been forced to pull probes though, because the cannon may not be enough here, and yeah, the cannon will be enough, but he forced those probes off the mineral line. That wasn't a wise move, and the cannon has pushed back these Zerglings, but he did deny a bit of Sage's mining time, so those lings weren't totally wasted.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Sage caused himself damage there. There was no need to pull probes. Maybe he was panicking. He didn't want to lose a game like that. That's perfectly acceptable. But in my opinion, that cannon was going to finish way on time there. And of course, now that Delphi has forced those 6 slings, he did do a little bit of mining damage. Not the damage he was looking for. So this expansion is very, very late. And again, this map, especially close positions, is very awkward for the current ZVP metagame. So we might have to see an evolution of Zerg play on this map, and starting by maybe making 6 lings in close position is definitely a good start. We're looking at Sage right now, just drawing this probe around the edge, but the lings have found it. I thought he was going to go for another kind of crazy cannon rush there, but so far it's almost normal. I mean, Sage done forced himself a bit of damage, so he is a little bit further behind than he'd maybe like to be, but that expansion's coming down almost at the same time the Zerg's coming down. Sage is way ahead right now.
He's in a good position, even with that early probe pull. His cyber core is well towards being on the way, so he will be able to get that warp gate, get that mothership core if he wants to, and he's in a very comfortable position right now. Delphi is still doing okay as well. His natural expansion will finish, and he can expand to a third if he's willing to risk that collapsible rock tower, or he could get out a couple roaches or a lot of lings and kill that those destructible rocks on his third.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the collapsible rocks and the destructible rocks, people make fun of Dustin Browder for, loving his rocks, and we have seen it in a lot of the Blizzard maps. But the addition of the collapsible rocks is an interesting feature, especially when, Zergs have been taking that super, super early third. It just makes it a little bit more unsafe, and even if, you know, Protosses might end up chronoing, you know, the 2 Zealots out just to kill collapsible rocks, just to stop the Zerg expanding super early. I mean, it's just one of these little kind of twists on the metagame, these little additions of, you know, small things that can end up changing the entire game. And I think that's what we're going to see a lot of very soon. As soon as people start getting more and more comfortable with Heart of the Swarm, we're going to see little twists that affect the entire game in the massive long term. It's just going to be very, very interesting to see the way the game evolves from these new units, these new structures, you know, these new strategies, these new metagames, etc., etc. It's just going to be a very interesting kind of process for the next kind of 6 to 8 months. I mean, even after that, the metagame is going to continue to evolve. I mean, in the past kind of 6 months, ZVP has changed almost entirely. The same as ZVT has changed almost entirely. And these sort of things just make StarCraft, you know, the beautiful game that we all love. And
I'm just going to say, I think I know what Sage is doing here. He's doing the same build as last time. He's going for a 4-gate +1 timing attack with the forward pylon. He does have the mothership core is already on the way. The forward pylon is in what would be Delphi's 3rd base, but there is no 3rd base out yet. And it looks like a drone is heading down to like make a hidden 3rd base. I think that's all I can really think he's doing. Zerglings were able to move out onto the map to see this army moving forward. And it looks like they're going to try and go for some sort of counterattack, but the mothership core is ready. And Sage is moving up into the main base. Forward pylon goes down, and absolutely Delphi doesn't have enough. He's throwing down a spine crawler and a spire, but it's not going to be ready quick enough. Lings coming in from the back. They're not going to be here in time. The Queen gets decimated by this mothership core. Zealots in a fairly good position trying to kill off these Lings, and they will be able to. We're seeing 4 more Zealots being warped in on the low ground, and they're going to be able to warp in on the high ground soon. Spire will not be finished in time. Spinecrawler is on the way again. The first one did get cancelled. And these Zealots doing so much damage. Force field trapping those units in with the Zealots. Great positioning here by Sage. This is so much bad news for Delphi right now. More Zealots warping in on the high ground for Sage. And everything is dying. GG. Good luck from Delphi. And Sage takes this series 2-0.